So I'm back again. The last time I made this video, it was kind of dark. I don't think you guys were able to see what I was talking about, but this right here is what the shop did for me. On the left, this is the driver's side. See how it won't move now? It's very, very sturdy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do to continue to reinforce it, I'm gonna take a bar from behind there, and I'm gonna run it diagonally across. I'm gonna put a plate behind here, so that way if I hit something, this won't have a tendency to go this way and fold. You know what I mean? But keep in mind too, when I do it, I have to make sure that when I turn the wheel, because this thing goes forward that way and it goes back that way, so I'm not worried about it going back this way when I turn right. Now I think when I turn left, it goes this way. When I turn right, it goes forward. So I got to make sure whatever I put, it doesn't interfere with that bar right there. But this is what the shop did for me, you know, among other things. So they did it on the driver's side like that. And on the passenger side, they got this bar right here going across. So I like it even better on the passenger side, because that bad boy is super rock solid, extremely solid. So then same thing, take a bar from here, go diagonally, put one behind here, welded behind here, and then from the side of it like that, like you put a bar, I guess, facing this way, and on this side of it, I'm gonna put another bar welded and then bring it up to here, because nothing over here moves back and forth, you know, when you turn the wheel, so it won't be in the way. Okay, and then that would, and I'm also thinking about putting a lip going across at the bottom like that, going all the way across to, you know, support that, so it doesn't, you know, like if I hit a deer or something, it won't fold in like that, you know. But yeah, man, this thing is pretty solid. I mean, it's welded here. It's welded, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's also welded down here. This bracket came originally with the truck. See if I could focus. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's, yeah, this weld right here, and it's bolted too. There, it's bolted there. These are grade 8 bolts, so you know them suckers ain't going nowhere. And then I got quite a few bolts here in the front to hold it, because there's a big strong piece of it's a big piece of like spot this thick that's behind here, so these are bolted to it. Okay, these came off, but I'm gonna put them back. I'm gonna re-drill them out and then put a much thicker grade 8 bolt in there, you know what I mean, and then that should take care of that. Or I might ask my guy to, I don't know, put a stick weld in there and then kind of like let it just like basically melt and then bond itself to that. You know what I mean? Just to add more reinforcement to it. And then it's welded there, and it's welded over there as well. This piece here, this piece is welded underneath the hood on the inside. It's welded to the piece that's right there. So I just gotta finish filling this up, grind this down, finish filling this up right here, and then it's welded. This piece is welded to the top piece, okay, and this is welded all the way down right there, all the way across this way, and it's bolted here and bolted down there, and it's welded up there too. So this sucker ain't going nowhere, man. Ain't going nowhere. So before I had this thing, it was moving a little too much, but now, I mean, it still moves on the driver's side a little bit, but I'm gonna put the piece of steel, like I said, going diagonally across, so it can pull. And then down here, I'm gonna put another piece from here going diagonally across that way. Okay, so that way it can pull in and tighten itself up. You know, yeah, man, it's just a project. And basically they were asking me. There's a shop out here. I'm not gonna say the name. They wanted like somewhere between 12 to 1500 bucks to do this for me. And I was like, hey man, that sounds kind of crazy. You know, they do sell steel. They do got some good steel prices. Okay. So I just bought the steel. And you know, me and a buddy did that. You know what I mean? I like it though, man. I really do. And I like what I'm doing, or what I've done with it. Also, if you ever around Central New York, and you need a bumper for your trailer, now these things here, I try to get a bumper, try to get this thing here, and somebody wanted like $1,300 for it. They wanted 1,300 bucks. I bought this for $250 from the same place that I got the steel plate from. And this thing is so strong. You see it's welded all around, welded here, welded there, and over there, and also on the inside. I pushed a big boulder with it. I was backing up to a spot at a TA to park for the night, and I didn't realize how close I was. And then when I got back there, I noticed I moved the big massive rock out the way with that bumper. And I'm like, oh man, I think it's probably cracked and blah, blah, blah. But when I looked, it wasn't cracked at all. You know, it was still there. So, figured I wanted to, you know, show you guys what I was talking about. Because I know in the other video, it was a little bit dark. You know what I mean? So I wanted to show you guys what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is my, you know, this is it right here. You know, it's Mama Bear. I had a choice to pick between keeping my Pete or keeping the Mac. I do miss my Mac from time to time, but you know, believe it or not, this guy here, he got his engine. I think he has his engine replaced in his truck, and he had it replaced with the same engine that's in my truck, a 34.6B. You know what I'm saying? He just pulled up. He runs containers. That guy works very hard, man. So it's a nice, and I like these W900s too, because on the inside when you step in, the floor goes down, so you can stand up in there. You know what I mean? And there's lots of room. It may look like a flat top, but it's not. You know, it's kind of like mine almost. You know, you could stand in here. You know what I mean? And you know, you go from the front, you bend your head, and go through the box. You know, some people may not like these trucks, but you know what? I do, man. You know what I'm saying? I take this any day over a Cascadia, over a 670, okay, a 780. I mean, here's a W900 going over there. I mean, I take these trucks any day. When I first started driving, this is what I drove. You know what I'm saying? I like how they handled. I like the fact that you know, I love everything about them, man. Well, I might have to paint this thing, man, because it's getting into rust already. So I might have to paint all that, or maybe I might wrap it up with a heat wrap, so that way I don't have to. You know, I don't know. I'll see what I'm gonna do with it. I might just put some high heat paint on it, and because from there going up it's stainless steel, and down there it's just regular steel. So but yeah, I gotta rewire this again, like run the wires a little bit better, like, you know what I'm saying. I know some people might talk ish, but you know, I had to do what I had to do, man, to get going. But I'm going to, you know, rerun all this, hide it a little bit better underneath, you know what I'm saying, do a much better job splicing it, you know, so it don't look like that. You know, I had a situation too where I couldn't find rectifiers, and these old lights had them built in there, so I just put these back in and covered them up with tape so DOT wouldn't say anything, and that controls the LEDs, and it makes them blink, because our LEDs, it will get to the point where once you go past, I think one or two lights, they won't, you know what I'm saying, want to blink, or the front part right here, this might blink and this might not blink. Okay, so I just used that, but again, that was, you know, I had to do what I had to do to get going, so I did that. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna do it all over. You know, get the truck cleaned up, polish the tanks. You know, I don't need a showroom finish, but I just want it, you know, clean and somewhat a little bit polished. You know what I mean? And do the same thing with the wheels. Fronts, I'm gonna, you know, paint them like some kind of like silver or aluminum color, or like a very light gray, so they can match, you know what I'm saying, the aluminum. Now, for those of you that don't know, these rims were aluminum also, and this is butted wheel. And I had a flux moment, or I think it's a flux or flukes. Anyhow, I had a situation where the lug nut, it ate through the rim. It ate through it, and the wheel was loose, and it almost came off of me on the highway. You know what I mean? So I went to my man at the time in Ohio, and I said, hey, you know what? Let's get some steel rims on here. You know what I'm saying? So we could talk it down, and don't have to worry about that. And that's what we did, and I haven't had that problem since. But that's what happened, you know, to these. I had all aluminum butted wheels all the way around. But when that happened to me, I was like, you know what? Change both of them. I'd rather just put paint on them. Put, like I said, a light gray paint on them, and then I just kind of polish these a little bit in the back to make them look somewhat clean, you know. But yeah, that's about it, man. I just came here to kind of do a second video, because I realized that it was really dark that night when I came back from the shop with it, and I parked the baby right here. And I realized that, hey, you know what? Let me just go back and do an actual video to show you guys what I was talking about. You know, but yeah, you know, it's a project in the making. I'm gonna finish that up soon. You know, and I might have to, I don't know, man, figure out a balance between work and working on a truck. If I get some more subscribers on YouTube, maybe, you know, I might be able to monetize the page and, you know, make a little bit of money off of these videos. You know what I mean? So I could basically have more time to work on the truck. I had a sign right here that says Caterpillar on it. I think somebody probably took it off. I could be wrong. Maybe it flew off. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys today. Yeah, it was one of these signs. You know, that was on the other side. I could probably buy another one off of eBay. Buy another one off of eBay. That's my mama bear right there. Show y'all side profile photo. Sun might be in the way. Let me block the sun a little bit for y'all. That's my Pete. And it's just this side right here. Alrighty. That's all, man. Until next time. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video. I don't see that much videos anymore for 377s on YouTube, man. So I'm trying to keep it going, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, honestly speaking, the only difference between these trucks and the 379, this is a set back axle, so the steer axle pushes back that way. Okay, so they set it back. B, if you get a set forward axle, the axle come forward and you have this much space between your bumper and your wheel. Okay, you can put 379 bumpers on those 377s. Okay, now I've seen instances where people buy set forward axle 377s and they are able to put a standard 379 hood on them. I've even seen instances where somebody extended the frame going forward, okay, move the axle forward and then put a regular, you know, 379 hood on that truck. Okay, now I like 379s, don't get me wrong. I like W900s, but everybody and their grandmother got one. And the way I feel is that, hey, why is it that a truck that's supposed to be a classic truck and cost so much money, meanwhile everybody have them? So it defeats the purpose of it being, you know, a classic truck. I mean, I could be wrong, but I see a 37. If I stand right here, I'm sure you guys this highway. Okay, if I stand right here, I guarantee you, I can count on my hands how many 379s is gonna go past, going both directions, east and west. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy right there with that black Volvo. You know, he's doing power loads. But yeah, yeah, man. So, and then what everybody always do with those trucks is, I mean, I'm not clowning on this person, but I'm just saying, you see that big flat chrome bumper in the front there? I don't know if y'all can see it, but yo, everybody does that same thing. Get a big chrome bumper, you put it in the front, and if you, here's what you wouldn't be able to do with that. You wouldn't be able to do this. Okay? If you do that with that $2,000, $3,000 bumper, you get a dent in it. And once you get that dent, forget it. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I'm like, hey, okay, I didn't really like the wraparound plastic bumper. And what happens also too, somebody, I don't know if you guys watch my videos, but somebody came by and after I put brand new headlights on here, somebody came by and ripped it up. Okay? I was sitting still, minding my own business. He came by, he was jonesing, and ripped all this up, and you can see his, you know, the scars right here. All right? So I said, okay, well, I was gonna have a custom bumper made, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it out of chrome. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to paint it. Okay, and since this red brown right here, since I really like this red brown, I said, hey, I'm gonna paint down there the same color as that so it can match. You know what I mean? And then boom, there it is. You know what I'm saying? So yo, yeah, the drop visor, maybe, you know what I'm saying, I'll change that, put a big drop visor on it, give it that you know, that stance that I'm looking for, and then yeah, I'll clean the tanks and clean the wheels. But having a big chrome bumper, that's to me, that's overrated. what I'm saying? At least this here, I could wash it, repaint it 1,000,000 times, and it'll look brand new. You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't get one of them. Anyhow, let me take off, head back home. All right, well, like I said, man, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video, please. And thanks for watching. Leave some comments, man. You know what I mean? And if you have some ideas, maybe for the interior, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go crazy with the interior neither. You know, I'm not gonna do all that hardwood and diced floors. Or I'm not gonna do any of that. Okay, I want to retain some of the classic look. I want to retain some type of look where the truck is a work truck. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like having. It's like, no offense, but imagine having a lady with long fingernails and, is well manicured, you know what I'm saying? A person like that may be afraid of getting their hands dirty. So I don't want the truck to look like a truck that, that I'll be afraid to drive it in the rain or be afraid to take it through a little, dirt road or whatnot. You know what I mean? Again, it's a work truck, you know what I'm saying? So I do want to have it look presentable, look clean, and look like I'm a normal human being. I'm not saying, you guys that go super trucker mode aren't normal, but I mean, some stuff that I see, man, I'm like, yo, it's too far. Okay, and then you gotta get extra insurance, extra coverage, just in case if you were to damage something, you're gonna want that to be repaired. You know what I mean? I just showed you guys. I took a piece of rock and I threw it at this bumper. You know what I mean? So she's good. You know what I mean? I done had multiple people back up into this. Okay? I was at a rest stop one night. After I put this bumper on and the car backed up into it, I felt a big boom. Boom! You know what I'm saying? I had my, I don't know if y'all could see it, but I got my dash cam in there. You know what I'm saying? And the person took off and left. All right? Hey, truck was fine. Truck was A-okay. It was a car. I don't know why they backed up into the truck. Maybe, they were trying to get an insurance scam out on me, you know what I mean? But I was sleeping and the dash cam, picked all that up. I guess when they realized that, I had a dash cam, I guess, they just took off. You know what I mean? But yeah, leave some comments. Give me, share some ideas. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, if you got some ideas, say, hey, maybe you should try this, try that, and I'll take it into consideration. But, other than that, man, thanks for watching, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace.